Hey everyone, welcome to the technical walkthrough of the Flare Network's FAssets Mainnet Audit competition, which is hosted on Immunify. I'm Ash from Immunify, and I'll be guiding you through today's session. Whether you're new to Flare or already familiar with their protocol, we are glad you're here and hope this walkthrough helps you get the context you need to participate with confidence. This audit competition features a flat reward pool of 125,000 US dollars for identifying vulnerabilities in over 13,000 NSLOC of smart contracts which are written in Solidity. In addition, once the project team begins implementing fix, and they can do that as soon as they start finding bugs, a mitigation audit will also follow. This phase offers up to 25,000 US dollars in additional rewards for researchers who identify issue in the applied fixes and mitigations. So there's a strong incentive to stay involved through the entire process of the audit competition as well. Joining me today are Kristaps and Nejc, who are technical experts from the Flare Networks team and who have worked directly on the FAssets code base. They'll walk you through the design of the protocol, security consideration, and key areas of interest for researchers participating in this audit. Kristaps and Nejc, over to you. Let's get started.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm Kristaps. I'm a developer relations engineer at Flare, and I'm joined by Nejc, who is a technical expert and developer at FAssets project, and he will help me to answer all the technical questions. So I will do a walkthrough, explain about FAssets projects. So might be that you are new to the project and you would like to learn what it is about. And yeah, I will go and share screen and briefly explain step by step how you can start, what is FAssets, and then we can go to questions. So I'm sharing, I will start sharing screen with our developer hub, which I think is the best way to start. After, of course, you read audit competition page on Unify. There is all information about FAssets project and all the players and key roles, some guides, API reference, and stuff like that. Of course, it's work in progress, but we're trying to improve it every day. And if you are new, then FAssets is a Flare protocol, which is trustless representation of assets from other blockchains, allowing like XRP to be used in smart contracts on Flare network. And basically, it unlocks huge amounts of assets and markets, these projects. So basically, in simple terms, users can exchange XRP to a representation on Flare, which we call FXRP. And behind the scenes, it's powered by Flare enshrined protocols. Two of them. First one is FTSO, or Flare Time Series Oracle. So that provides prices. And second one is Flare Data Connector. So that is being used to verify off-chain transactions. So for instance, if a transaction on XRP has happened. So those two are, centerpiece powering this product, this FAssets. And basically, FAssets works currently that it is backed by two collaterals. One is stablecoin, and second is native token. So this is how all the assets like XRP is being backed. Stablecoin is provided by agents. So that means agents are kind of like broker, changing your XRP to Flare. And native token, Flare or Sunbird, those are two networks on Flare ecosystem. So that is either by agent or pooled by together by community, and those that you can put collateral there and also earn fees. So I will go quickly about over two main flows from a user perspective. First one is minting. That means you're changing XRP to FXRP. So user initiates minting. Either they select an agent who will do it for you automatically, or system chooses by lowest fee. And the agent can verify if user is legit. They can do the handshake process. So that's the term we're using in Codebase. And then collateral is reserved from agent. User sends on underlying chain, which is XRP, the assets. Then Flare data connector, which I mentioned before, comes into play. And using this tool, either agent or user can verify if that transaction has happened. So basically, you can get the proof from Flare data connector and provide back to FAssets system. And FAssets system checks that, and if everything clicks, then FXRP, which is representation from XRP, is minted on Flare chain. And then sky is the limit. Basically, you can use XRP in various protocols and various solutions. But that is out of scope for this call. And second flow, when you want to go back to your original asset, so from FXRP on Flare chain to XRP, you initiate that as user, then system burns FXRP tokens, and then it selects agent or multiple agent. It depends on how huge amount you want to redeem. And FAssets are being burned on Flare chain, and you get back via user your underlying assets, which is XRP. And that is also checked by Flare data connector. So it verifies that everything is correct and there is no fraudulent things happening. And there are other players on FAssets system. I want to quickly talk about them. Those are collateral providers, which provide collateral to agents in native token, and they earn fee to doing that. Then there are liquidators who basically maintain, who hold enough FAssets and can burn these FAssets for collateral in case of agent collateral ratio is below the needed threshold. So system has many thresholds, like to basically see if agent is on the safe side. And third one is challengers. So those are, how to say, cops who see and monitor each transaction and challenge illegal transactions, and also earn fees to do that. So basically, if agent wants to steal some assets, right away they can catch that. And very important thing, which is for this audit competition, is Core Vault. So in new version of FAssets, which is 1.1, we have added functionality which is called Core Vault. And Core Vault, basically, it holds and secures the collateral that FAssets is backing. So in short terms, in short sentence, to say that is that agents can send underlying assets, like XRP in this case, to Core Vault, and they have now free collateral for minting. And you would ask, like, what happens with security and all that? So that is guaranteed by multi-sig wallet, and it is guaranteed that those assets are properly locked and account for what has been made. And it is being released when redemption is being processed. So that is in short, but there are quite a few functions, which we will go a bit further, how you can interact with Core Vault. And in this audit competition, as Ash mentioned, it started actually on May 12th, so yesterday, and running to June 9th. And yeah, total pool is 125K. And we're looking for all the vulnerabilities, problems, bug fixes, FAsset system, and especially for Core Vault. And there is approximately 14,000 lines of Solidity code in various contracts to look after. But I will go over Codebase quickly now. So our Codebase is on GitHub, and there we have quite nice README how to start. And the simplest way to start is to basically clone this repository, install all the dependencies with Yarn Package Manager, and compile Solidity code. And to see how the system works, we encourage at first jump into tests. And tests you can run with Yarn test HH, so that means test hard hat. So it runs all the tests, and that is a good place where to see and experience with Codebase. So a couple of examples. I will not go over everything, but before that, let's go into project structure. So we have a pretty standard Solidity project where we have contracts, deployment, which I will go over a bit later. Then we have a documentation folder here, or I encourage also read on our Dev Hub, and then some other things like scripts, and the main thing is tests. And if we are talking about tests, we have unit tests and integration tests as well. So I will not go over everything, but basically we can look at how to execute minting from minter perspective. So that is one test example. And yeah, before that, I would like to mention that there are in contracts some of the, how to say, entry points, and the code is structured in diamond pattern, and we have multiple facets. So but for that we have user interfaces, and the main user interfaces are I would say asset manager, which is entry point to call all the facets, and also agent vault. So yeah, and all the facets are under asset manager, and here, for instance, are multiple ones. For instance, getting agent info. So here are all the functions implementation what are defined in iAsset Manager file. So this is pretty long file where all the functions are listed. So that would be how to find way around this code base. But jumping back to the tests, we can look at one example, which is minting. And here are multiple steps which we have mocked. So that's why we encourage you to use tests to find these bugs, and also it would be easier for us to see what you have found, because testing on real network, of course it's possible, but as it requires these Flare and Shrine protocols, FTSO for prices, and especially Flare data connector for proofs, it can be quite tricky. Of course, it's possible. We have guides, and I'm working actually on multiple guides how to streamline that. But yeah, it's easier to start with tests. And here we can look at how asset manager in this case is being called. So to get agent info, we're getting agent info. Then to get reservation fee, then to move with minting, we need to go over multiple steps, which are main three steps, which is reserving collateral from agent. So here is the call that we are doing. That, and later on we are creating payment on underlying chain, which is XRP in this case. Then we are getting proof from attestation provider. So these functions are hidden away a bit here, which happens on real network. And at last we can execute the minting and call the asset manager. Because we have proof, we know that the payment has been made. So these are the main three steps: reserve collateral, get the proof from underlying chain, like everything clicks together, then provide the proof, and minting has happened. And the result, you get a redemption ticket that you can redeem these assets afterward. And next thing in tests, what I want to check is integration tests. So here are more like tests taken from the integration perspective, and for instance, successful minting and redeeming. And here the functionality is being hidden away. Like for instance, agents are being created, minters are being created, redeemers as well, and so the flow is pretty much what we talked before. So perform minting, and we're minting 3 lots. And yeah, in FAssets, how you mint assets is in lots. So those are defined in operation parameters that you can check in our on our developer hub, or asking system information from chain as well. And after that, in this test, I will not go into all the details because it's, can be complicated. After that, we are performing redemption and checking that everything is there. And yeah, we think that we also listed this file in Minify page. We have attack scenarios test file where we have all the previous bugs and vulnerabilities found. And we encourage that in this kind of approach, you would, submit your findings as well, because this is how we could, check the easiest. Of course, description and communication is needed, but proof of concept that bug has been found would be very nice here. So you can look over this file, what has been found before, and there's short description what this error or bug was about. So after that, I briefly explained about FAsets, but let's go over Core Vault FAsets using diamond pattern. So as Core Vault is quite important in this new release, and we are looking for everything that you could help us to find problems in this code base. So this is Core Vault FAsets, and the main functions how you could interact as agent, as FAssets agent with Core Vault is transfer to Core Vault. So that is function. Then you can request return from Core Vault, or cancel the return from Core Vault. So basically, first one is transferring to, then you transfer your XRP and you free up collateral. You can mint more. But when you need to manage your collateral, or users redeem assets, then you need to request more from assets from core vault. And these are the functions that agents interact, which is requesting, canceling, confirm, and also there is redeem from core vault, but that is for whitelisted users. But as well, we're looking into if you can help us to find possible problems in this this code. So yeah, that is about core vault. Not many functions, but of course, devil is in the details, and there is core vault library, which has more code, which I will not go over in this code because it might be too complicated to go over line by line. And then important thing, if you want to check from chain, we have deploys. So that is in repository deployment, deploys. And then we have multiple deploys for our networks. You should be looking, in this case, mostly on Songbird, which is canary network in Flare ecosystem, or testnet Coston. So those are two deploys that you would be looking if you would like to check everything on chain. So for instance, on Songbird's case, there are contract names and addresses. And yeah, like for instance, asset manager controller, which holds all asset managers. Address is this one, which is on Songbird network. And there are a bunch of other contracts addresses that you can check. But remember that we are using daemon pattern, so you need to interact with proxy contract and use iAsset Manager interface to interact with a specific asset manager, which is in this case would be XRP Asset Manager. And yeah, we can actually open maybe one of the asset managers. And I will show how to interact with that one. So for instance, we would like to get system settings. So we open contract, read write proxy with the block explorer. And that is system. System settings reader FAsets. And here you can see all the, for instance, settings in this struct, and we can see that that is for XRP on Songbird. And all the FAsets are here that you can check out using Block Explorer. For instance, Core Vault, FAsets, all the functions are here. So that is nice convenience. I would encourage to check on real networks. I'm using this all the time, and then go to scripts. It's just faster and easier to interact with FAsset system. And if we talk about documentation, then we have some documentation which is Oreo pages on Developer Hub, and also FAssets reference. So for instance, for iAsset Manager, it's not all, but we have a couple of functions listed here. Or you can head back to code. So for instance, for redemption request, which is processing redemptions in FAsset system, for redeem function, we have quite extensive documentation. So I would say the truth is in the code, but if you want to get like, higher overview of FAsset system, then I would encourage to go to Developer Hub, go to FAssets page, and there is information about everything, about collateral, minting, process, redemption, core vault, liquidation, and so forth. And yeah, so that is very good resource. And if you find something, of course, let us know. Or if something is missing, we are, seeking to improve it with your input as well. And yeah, quickly, lastly about closing with this my talk, about Immunify audit competition. So all the information is here. Like when it starts, what's a reward pool. There is scope, and here I think important is that all the smart contracts are listed in this list. What are in this audit competition scope? You could read more information, what qualifies, what does not. And all the resources are also here. So I would say everything what I was talking about is here on our Dev Hub. Technical details, also code is here, and yeah, all the information is here. So I encourage to closely read before you jump into finding bugs. It will be, because it is a bit, in essence, it is minting and redeeming two main functions, but it is quite complicated, which goes together with our core vault function that I explained, all the agents, all the other key players in this system. So it is quite complicated if you jump into. So I would like to remind that we are focusing on Songbird network in this competition, and yeah, if you submit bugs when you submit, we encourage it to be very nice if it's test case and reproducible in this test scope. And yeah, so we can easily find, and verify these findings and start communication. And yeah, I would like to thank you all. And I think your contributions will help to strengthen the FAsset system and enhance security for all the users across Flare ecosystem. And I would like to remind that competition already started and it is ending on June 9th. So that's it from my side. If there are any questions, then I would like to take one.
Okay, that's great. Thank you, Kristaps and Nejc. I have some follow-up questions, and so the first question is, in terms of your past audits that you guys have created, that you've gone through. So, what are the most unexpected or impactful bugs that you encountered in the past, and how did these findings from those audits challenge your threat model or security assumptions?
Well, I think there was a lot of attacks on redemption defaults. So when a redemption, is not paid by the agent, then the agent has to pay a premium for that redemption payment. There was a lot of attacks sourced from that, even some reentrancies. So I think a lot was actually based around redemptions. And of course, with extensive audits on the FAsset V1 we had, and not that extensive audits on V1.1, which is the core vault edition, I think there might be a lot of bugs still in the core vault functionality.
Yeah, I would like to add that all the findings are in attack scenarios. So you can check not only description, but actually see the code, which is quite nice as well to see what has been found.
Awesome, thank you. My next question is, you already mentioned the core vault, right? That's the priority. Is there anything else beside the core vault and in the code base that you would like our security researchers to kind of prioritize or focus on?
No, I think it's mostly like core vault stands out. Yeah, other things are, pretty well tested. We can't just, I can't think anything off the top of my head.
Yeah,
Sounds
core vault is quite important as it is, holding assets. So we are, as you saw, there are a couple of functions, right? But it is very, very important piece in the system.
Got it. Thank you so much. So we're asking all security researchers to focus on the areas that you specified, specifically core vault. My next question is around the known issues, right? We have listed some of them on the Immunify page as well. Anything you want to detail out or highlight?
Maybe, I know we had three exceptions that were raised in audits that we decided not to fix because either it was in line with our vision or we didn't think it was much of an issue. I think like one major thing about core vault is that people keep raising is that redemptions are not proved. So redeeming from the core vault doesn't have to be proved, but that's because the addresses that can redeem from the core vault are whitelisted, and those will be specific entities that we have contracts with, like not smart contracts, that literal contracts with. So I think that's maybe some source of confusion.
Understood. Yeah. Specifically around this out of scope and the role of agent. My next question is around that. You guys wanted to add this as a general rule. Could you talk a bit about this? Because this is one impact that we're looking for, where there is an agent role, and we will, if there is any bug there, then we'll downgrade the severity, right? That's a general rule. So could you just highlight a bit about that?
The thing is, we had a lot of maybe bugs found that required agent execution from the agent account. But in our system, agents are whitelisted entities. There are like 5 of them on Songbird. We know all 5. We have contracts with all 5, and we still value decentralization, but we still would think that the bugs coming from a user role are more critical than those coming from the agent role, because agents also have a reputation to uphold and various such things. That's why we think that agent-based attacks are less severe.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you for the clarification. Thanks everyone for listening in. We hope this walkthrough has provided some helpful overview on the FAssets code base and specifically very clearly what to focus on. If you have any follow-up questions, we have the team on our Immunify Discord for the Flare audit competition, and you can reach out to them by just tagging them as the Flare team. And of course, go to immunify.com like Kristaps is showing, and you have all the details there. Just to recap, the competition is live now. It'll end on June 9th. It's a 125,000 flat reward pool, no KYC. And then, of course, the mitigation audit that starts later, which is an additional $25,000 for finding bugs in the mitigation audit. Another thing I want to point out, that duplicate reports are eligible for rewards. And since it's a mainnet audit competition, just want to remind you that the Flare team may disclose fixes during the competition. So duplicate reports, if you submit them before the disclosure, then they are eligible for rewards as well. A big thank you to the Flare team here for joining us, sharing their insights, and to all of you for watching and participating. We look forward to seeing your findings, and as always, happy hunting.